We are.
Here it is, the intro song for the week.
What have we got this week, Pete? What have you got us on this week? What's this? Heat is on.
The heat is on.
What's this all about?
The heat is on.
Tell me what this is about.
I can't tell you right now. I'll tell you as we go ahead.
You will.
It'll all come to the fore as we go forward. Hey Guns,
There we
welcome
go.
to episode 15 of the 2SG Meatin
15
Place.
in.
We're up to 15.
It's not bad, is it?
We're up to 15 now, believe it or not. Yep. So it's all happening, buddy. It's all
Beautiful.
happening. Hey, have
What's
you
been going
noticed tonight? Look at this.
I know. Bit different scenery.
It is.
Something a bit new.
Hey,
Oh, look at that. I missed the hat.
we're right. You have a look at you, bloody.
Might see the bald
this
spot.
bloke. For those of you who don't know, keep an eye out. We've got a second camera coming tonight. You might see the.
No, the hat's on there, mate.
Oh no, you're good now.
Good,
Won't see it.
Yeah.
Bugger. Earlier on, if you could see the replay from a little earlier, you might see the. He wouldn't want to lean
There's
against.
nothing there. I did say to you that I don't know what everyone talks about.
Wouldn't
They're
want
full of
to.
it.
Wouldn't want to lean against a brick wall anyway.
Exactly.
You'd feel the cold.
Go,
Evening,
Lucas.
Yak. Hey,
Go,
Sonny
Yak.
boy. Hopefully, my son is still not a dad just yet because he hasn't rung me. But the.
I'll tell you what. If he was, he wouldn't be on here, would he? Really?
Oh, it'd be great for the show.
Wouldn't it?
Hey, mate, do you reckon your wife would do the live cross from the birth? We could do
Good
that.
luck with that, mate, I reckon.
Something a bit funny going on with the picture. We look a bit fuzzy up there. G'day, Jared. G'day, Yak. G'day, Homester.
Where
How are
guys?
you, mate? Hi from Noosa. Geez, some blokes have got
Who's
the
in Noosa?
life, haven't they? Daniel. Old homie.
He just got back off holiday,
Hey,
didn't he?
Jace. He's always on holiday, mate. That bloke. Don't worry about
Good
that.
on you. Well done, mate.
So what's been going on, Al? What's happening? What's the
We had a
highlights?
Ripping Day Tuesday, didn't we, for
We
Australia
did,
Day?
we
And
did.
absolutely, you put on a feast and a half at your place.
Yeah, we had we put a bit of nosh on, but yeah, more importantly, we did a couple of live crosses, and
We did. Had to
one of
delete
them,
one.
one of them's no longer up because we were a bit tired and emotional by
Exactly,
that stage,
yeah.
and we thought perhaps that's not the most appropriate thing for our
Bit
channel.
of singing.
That's not what we're trying to promote here. But anyway, there you
Not
go.
the best singing voices, but
Hey,
anyway.
yeah, don't ask Luke. It's okay. I think that might not go over so well.
Probably
What's
not.
happened? What's happened this week, buddy? What's going on?
Everything, doesn't it, this week? The new 2SG page, the new community that we've set up.
We have.
The 2SG Meatin Place community group, which is a little group that we've set up. We've noticed a lot on some of the groups on Facebook, but a lot of people ask for a bit of advice on some of the sites, and they get quite a lot of flack when they do ask them. They're not
bagged
stupid
out.
questions. No questions are stupid questions, but we have been finding that we have been seeing a lot that you're getting bagged out quite a lot. And so we just thought, well, let's set up a bit of a group ourselves that, if there is
381,
anyone that
that's
does decide
no
to get
BS.
on there and bag people out, then they'll be gone. Simple.
Yep. So the whole idea is get on, post your photos, ask your questions.
advice, yeah.
Everyone contributes. If you're looking for gear, you can get on and ask for that. We want people to join in, chime in. Hey, Shawnee.
Hey, Shawnee, Jade and Charlie.
Yeah, hey guys. We want people to join in. We want it to be a nice community where
Yeah.
everyone can be involved. And if you get caught breaking the rules and bagging people out, if you know someone well enough to bag them, you should know their private details,
Yeah.
and you should contact them another way. Don't use our platform. The platform there is there for fun, a bit of help,
Yeah.
some ideas, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And we
not
want-
be scared to ask a few questions.
Yep.
Or post some photos.
Yep. So if you get silly about it, we'll ban you for a little bit, and then if we let you back on after that and you do it again, you'll be out for good. So
Yep.
please jump on board, use it. We're going to jump on it. G'day,
Hey, Sal.
Sam.
Hey, Silvio.
How are you? Oh, Sam's not there. It's
Sam, mate. It's
Silvio's
Silvio.
there
Come on,
from
mate.
Charcoal
Get
King.
it right.
Sorry, I thought it was still going slow. Anyway, there you go. Hey, so Australia Day, we were talking about it.
Yeah, we had a ripper.
So we've done
Tell everyone what you made from
mate.
scratch.
We were going to put the photo up, but I think anyone that's seen it has watched. We did a dim sim pie.
Yeah.
So I made the pastry, like the dim sim pastry and everything from scratch. We decked it out and it was all good on your brother's request. He was pretty
That's right,
keen
yeah, he was.
and said he wanted a dim sim pie. So I thought, well, we'll give that a bash.
You come up well,
And sure enough, come up an absolute treat.
didn't it?
Looked like dim sim,
Bet
tasted
it
like.
was.
Here, people been bagging my shoes. No one's been bagging your shoes, Sean. Anyway, so dim sum pie went a treat.
Yeah, no, it did.
You brought over some pork belly candy bites,
yeah, did that, yeah.
which was
Went down a
beautiful.
treat, yeah.
We did a butterfly lamb with rosemary and mint.
Yeah,
and
very nice.
we
Beautiful flavour.
Put a bit of rub on that, which was nice as well.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good.
And a couple of drinks.
Just a couple. We had
Just a couple.
couple of quiet
Nice
ales.
bottle of scotch that you busted open. A couple of nice bottles of wine.
Yeah, there's a couple of those. So yeah, no, it was
It was a ripping day.
all
We
out.
had a blinder, thank you.
Good day.
Thanks from everyone that was there, mate.
Yeah,
You
no,
did a ripper,
enjoyed
you
it.
and the bride.
Enjoyed it. It
Yeah.
was good. So
What else happened?
Gabs top
Gabs on
100.
Saturday.
We were over here and we were watching the Gabs call, and we watched away, and we watched via a couple of channels. It's funny,
didn't
wasn't
we?
it?
Yeah, it was,
Next
yeah, it was an
year,
odd one, yeah.
we're going to do.
We're going to do
a
a
Gabs
live all the way
day.
through it, yeah.
We're going to do a live because
But I'm going to sit there and just eat cheese and biscuits, just so you know.
Man, talk about insufferable. One of the sites that we got on to watch it,
Yeah.
there was a guy in the background just chewing
the
on
whole way through, just
all the way through. This next year, and if anyone wants to get involved, we might do a bit of a live and
we'll do something.
a bit of a countdown and do it ourselves.
Create a bit of an event. Why
Yeah,
not?
have a bit of fun with it.
Why
But
not?
hey, the winner was Bent Spoke Crankshaft.
IPA.
So for those of you who
That was the
can-
number one, and we
See that?
did give these a crack on Tuesday as well, didn't we?
we had one, but we
Let's
thought
try
we'd
that.
try it again because I don't know, maybe the first ones weren't quite right. Not sure.
Quite right. Is that your way of saying you didn't
Anyway,
like it?
so it's an independent beer, which is nice. Getting back
it
to
is,
one
yeah.
that's a truly independent beer.
We'll talk about that in a bit, though.
So we'll open it up. And we'll
What
have a crack
happened?
at it, and we'll.
What else has been going on this
boy,
week, too? I did drop that one before, I'll be honest. In the kitchen.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that one had a fair old ding in the side of it. So anyway, I think he was setting me up, the mongrel.
I did actually do that on purpose.
there
I
you
made
go.
sure there's nowhere near a computer.
You beauty.
Yeah.
So anyway, we had another happy 2SG customer all kitted out with
Yeah,
all his
Mr.
new
Mr. Ian Tyak.
OHJ gear.
Ian and
So,
Kylie there. So he's decked out now with his Oklahoma Joe's Rider and his Bronco drum.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of that. Cooking on that. We haven't cooked on it for a while.
We
We
haven't
need
cooked
to.
on it
We
for
need to
ages.
get back on that.
And I know that Ian's cooked on, or Yak as I call him,
Yeah.
has cooked on his pallet grill on the Rider.
Yeah.
He, as far as I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, he hasn't used the Bronco yet.
yet.
Dad's out there. G'day, old boy. How are you?
Yeah, hi mate.
So yeah, he hasn't used the Bronco. I don't think yet. He's working his way up to that. He'd done some
Stuck with a
ribs.
pellet grill.
He done some ribs and a couple other things he said were really nice, and now he's all. I better not.
Good on
I'll
him.
put the can back there. So, Gabs, and
Cheers,
congrats, Bent Spoke on your number one. So we'll give that a. Nope, no different than
Still the same
Tuesday.
as what it was on Tuesday.
No different.
Anyway, it was number one, so obviously a lot of people out there do like it. But,
Clearly got different tastes
different
than
tastes
us.
to ourselves.
But anyway.
All
Hey,
good.
so
What's your rating on that, mate? Come on.
I'm not going.
Come
No,
on.
we haven't. We're not up to that bit.
Oh,
yet.
we're not?
No, we're not up to. Geez,
Where are
you're
we
jumping
at?
in.
Where are we at?
Hey, Conor McGregor on the weekend.
What a letdown that was.
UFC.
All
What do
the
you get?
chalk, all the hype. It was done in the second round.
What do you get? 26 mil or something for that?
Yeah. Did all right, didn't he?
Some sort of crazy
Plus
number.
his endorsements and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
He's the highest paid bloke in the UFC.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So he rolls up 2.5 minutes, has a bit of a lie down,
Good on him.
and away he goes. But
Well,
anyway, there you
might
go.
jump in the ring with him myself for 26 mil.
I'd let him knock
20,
me out.
a few seconds. Why not?
I have been knocked out before, and it's not a terribly great experience.
You have, yeah.
Not sure that I'd do it for 26 mil, but anyway.
You get that when you're walking the streets with a Collingwood top on, I
Hey,
suppose.
I'll tell you, that'll happen. Don't go there. One of the things that has happened tonight, but
Yeah.
I'm
Excuse
actually
me for a sec.
I'm actually a little bit hesitant. It's already taken away one of the blokes that watches us regularly, Glennie Ryan. He's already posted
Where
up
is he?
this saying he's at the Women's AFL back.
Tonight, yeah, that's right.
The girls are back and in good form, so AFL's back. If you after the show, after we've finished here, you want to have a look,
Yeah,
jump
it
over
does
and have a
start
look.
till after the
Yeah.
replay anyway.
Yeah, it starts at about 9 o'clock, believers. But anyway, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, NFL.
NFL.
Talk to me about NFL.
How good is he?
Hey?
Brady.
Mate.
He's just the GOAT, isn't he?
The GOAT.
If there's ever been a GOAT,
The
he is
GOAT.
it. He is
But I'll tell
literally
you,
it.
isn't he getting tested? He's going to get tested this weekend by
Against
Mahomes.
Yeah. I don't think anyone can test him. He's just.
Oh, I think
he's just in a league of his own.
I think if you look at their stats for this year, I've got a feeling that Mahomes is a little bit ahead of him this year for the year.
I'll be honest, I've got Brady written all over the Super Bowl already.
So but how's
MVP as well.
Yep. So the commentators and stuff, and the sports commentators in the US are already equating it to the equivalent in NBA of Jordan and LeBron.
Yeah.
So it's the old goat and the new lad coming through, and Mahomes they think will be an absolute superstar as Tom Brady has been for the last 18 years.
It's crazy, hey? 43 years old.
18 years, 43. He was actually spawned in 77, same as you. This is his 10th Super Bowl.
Yeah, crazy, hey?
4 of them he's won the MVP. 8.
It's crazy.
Oh no, sorry, he's got 6 rings.
Yeah.
He's got 6 rings out of that 9 that they've been in for the New England Patriots,
So
where
7
he's been.
In a week.
So this week, or next week, week after, 8th of Feb, 10:30 a.m. Super Bowl Monday. If your boss sacks you for not turning up that day, he's a bum.
Well, Lucas is a bit of a he's a Bucks fan, isn't he?
He is a Bucks fan. He was pretty happy. He was pretty happy when the Bucks got up on the weekend, which was pretty good. So,
Jack's got the Chiefs by 10.
Whew.
I don't know.
I'd take his money on that, wouldn't you?
I know, 100%.
Take his money. Anyway,
Definitely.
moving right along.
Go, Griggy. How are you, mate?
Hey, Griggy. So it's Mahomes' second Super Bowl in a row because, of course, the Chiefs played the Super Bowl last year and won.
And beat my boys.
Give your boys a fair old touch up.
Yeah, they did.
Your boys
haven't over half time.
Your boys haven't even put up a
I don't know.
sniff this
I don't
year.
know if they got a win this year.
Bloody terrible. But anyway,
I'm
there you go.
lucky for that. Yeah.
So that's that. We've worked our way through that.
Yeah.
So, craft beer and brewer of the week.
What is it? Bensburg. The number 1.
Hey, surprise,
Cab's
surprise.
number 1. Why wouldn't we start from the top?
So what we're going to try and do, right, where we can, is we're going to work our way through the Gabs list throughout the year.
That's our plan.
Any that are not...
Throughout the year? I thought that was the next few weeks.
Any that we find that aren't true independents.
There's only 100 of them.
And I'll stipulate that we can't find.
Yeah.
But if we know that they're not independents, we'll drop them out.
Yeah.
But if they're true independents, we'll bring them in.
We could get caught out, like we did last week.
Larry was number 2.
No, that wasn't
3.
I think it was 5, to be honest, off memory.
Anyway,
Could
there
be
you go.
wrong.
There's a really cool one called Larry from
a couple of guys
Queensland.
in Queensland,
and we'd really like to try and get hold of them and get them on and we'll try and get some of these guys on to talk about their year during the thing. So, Crankshaft, tell me a bit about this, Al.
I'm not a fan, I'll be honest.
A big yell out to the 2 owners of the business up there, which is Richard Watkins and Tracy McVeigh.
There's nothing. Obviously, it's a good beer, and there's a lot of people in Australia that love it and love the taste, but it's not for me.
I think this is indicative of that whole wave going through craft beer at the moment with sours and that whole very big, bold flavours in beers.
Yeah.
When you either like it or you don't.
It's got a massive amount of flavour.
You either like it or you don't.
And it's just the aftertaste for me. That's what gets me.
Well, in their tasting notes, they say that it's got a strong aftertaste of hops and malt.
Yeah.
And it has. It's true to the description.
Definitely.
It's a big beer. It's 5.8%.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be rushing out to drive home after necking one. But yeah, big flavoured beer, similar to a West Coast IPA.
Yeah.
So if you've had a West Coast IPA from anyone else, but there must be something to it, mate, because it's been in Gab's Top 100 for the last 4 years. It won Best IPA last year and a few other awards. So all intents and purposes, great beer.
Yep.
And we're giving it a go.
Yeah, no,
so a little bit about Bent Spoke themselves, the brewery. Al, we did some homework on these guys. And they've been running. They're based in Canberra in the ACT, and they've been running since about 2014.
Yeah, wow.
So they've been going a while. They've got their own brew pub, what they call a brew pub, which is like a bar or a what do we call a brew house down here. There's a few jumps and bumps in the video at the moment. Sorry guys, we're a few technical issues. We'll deal with that because we're
standard for us.
Live on location in the the cookhouse tonight.
Yeah.
But they do 6 production beers in cans, so that go out into the commercial market. And there's an ale, and there's an IPA, and a sour, and the normal sort of ranges. However, in their brew pub that they've got, they've got 25 beers and ciders on tap.
Yeah, wow.
So they've got a reasonably big range that they do that they choose from. But Richard Watkins, who's now the head brewer, and Tracy McGrain, who they claim is their Jill of all trades.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Tracy just gets in and mucks in and does whatever needs to be done, which is great. But in the first week they opened in Canberra, when they opened in 2014, they sold just over 3,000 litres of beer to the locals up there from their brew pub.
That's crazy.
That's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's a hell of a lot of beer in a pretty short period of time. But so they kicked on, they did that, and they're now producing in excess of about 300,000 litres a year.
That's crazy.
Out of bed spoke.
That's mental.
So local community.
Sports,
So they do
culture,
sports, culture and art. They get behind all the things. Being nurturing nature as part of their business, and they're it's at the forefront of most businesses now. But these guys, they got similar things to some of the other guys that we talk about. However, there's a couple that we don't. So they, like most of the other small brewers now, all their spent grain, they generally form relationships with the local farmer or whatever, where they can give that grain to the farmer to be fed to the cattle.
Nice.
And in return, sometimes the farmers will give them some produce or whatever, so that they can use it in their. They also have a thing called heat exchange. For brewing, they use the energy from that to produce more hot water to continue brewing. So it becomes pretty much a litre of hot water for a litre of beer for these guys, which is pretty low against the industry standards. So they're working on the heat exchange system that they've set up. They've also got the huge on having cans instead of bottles. They don't do much in bottles.
Recycling and good on them.
So the cans, it's funny, we looked a little bit into that, and the recycling energy required of a can. So it's 96% is recycling for a can. For a bottle, it's 26.5.
Yeah, wow.
Hence the fact they don't do much with bottles. The other thing is cans are much lighter. So in terms of freight and logistics, and it also has that run-on effect. They chill quicker, so less cooling required, which is great. And if you drop a can, like the old mate did here,
doesn't break.
I'm not walking around looking at my feet and wondering if I'm bleeding to death like a stuck pig. Set me up.
We've also got a membership.
They do.
The daughter membership, $65.
The drafters, they got a drafters club.
Through for you.
Yeah, so you get
daughter, didn't I? Yeah, drafter, daughter.
I tried to let it go. But I knew Soups would get you on daughters club. I don't have much luck with it. But anyway,
mate.
So the drafters membership, $65 a year. You get all the exclusives. They send you out some trials of their new release beers and things like that, which is good. And then you get discounts at their brew pub in Braddon.
How good's that?
So Braddon's just one of the suburbs in Canberra that they operate from. They also have their commercial brewing plant in Mitchell, which is another suburb of Canberra. So they're really local. They stick to their local thing up there.
Good on. What's the tagline?
Tagline for these guys is "Bend the rules of beer."
Beautiful.
So that's what they're doing, and whether we like it or not, that's what they're doing. But they attribute a lot of their success in their flavours and things to the water up there. ACT is quite famous for its water, because when the Pollies decided to set up, Canberra as the political hub of the country, one of the main reasons they did that was because they had such great quality water. So let's go there, drink the best water, best booze, best tea, whatever else, and they got the good life.
Nice. How good's that?
Shame they couldn't stick it in a better town, but anyway, we won't go there. So that's Bent Spoke. We've spruiked their bits. They're number one. Look, give it a try. Let us know what you think. We'd love to know what everyone else thinks.
And,
definitely.
G'day, Tez. How are you, mate?
Terry, how you going, buddy?
How's lockdown going?
My cousin here. How's lockdown, Tez?
Yeah, we got
back over in the UK.
One of the
back at home. G'day, Ray. How are you, mate? Ray
from Modogs.
Modogs.
G'day, Ray.
G'day, Ray.
And
How are you,
Tony,
mate?
if you're out there. Hey, yeah, so Terry's one of El's rellos living in the UK, obviously locked down. And
bit of snow over there, bit of COVID.
They've copped it all, haven't
Got
they?
everything, haven't
Terrible. And I hear they just turned over 100,000 deaths.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
The biggest fatality number of any country in the world.
Yeah.
Per capita, so pretty bad. So
awful.
we're all thinking of you guys out there, any of you blokes listening to us in the UK. Stay safe and be good. So
definitely.
Anyway,
right. Obviously tonight,
hey,
bit of a different location, bit of different scenery. What's it all about? What's it all about, Pete?
Well,
Why have we done it?
Tonight we thought we'd do something different and mix it up a little bit, and we're going to do some live cooking for you.
Oh, what are you cooking? What are we cooking?
What are you cooking?
What are you cooking?
Tonight we've jalapeno poppers.
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno. How's that song go? Jalapeno. Wrapped in streaky bacon. With this, what we're going to do, and
we're
this
going to
do a cook every second week for you.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll talk about some products the week in between, and we spoke about perhaps doing the differences between a pellet grill and an offset smoker.
Which we were going to do this week, but we decided to do a bit of a cook-up instead. And
and then next week, leading into Super Bowl, we wanted to. Al's got something special for you with his Super Bowl mac and cheese that he does. That we want to show everyone. These are just. We want to show you little things that you can add to your big meat cooks.
Yeah.
That you might not see anywhere else.
So it's quick and easy to cook. Yeah.
And what we might even do going forward is give you the recipe list early and tell you what you need. And then if you want to cook along with us, you can knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to sit back and then watch this back later, you can do that too.
Yeah.
So what we've done is we've gone out and prepared all the gear. We've obviously set up the outdoor kitchen here.
We've set up the neon sign that Soup's donated.
Soup's is Chris. We're going to run through tonight. There's a dozen jalapenos, but we've got 6 here. We're going to do 6 because we've already pre-done 6.
You see what they like.
So that you can see what they look like when they're done. So by the time
hopefully we haven't burnt them.
Hopefully we haven't made a meal of them. We might just have a little quick look every now and again. Right. So what's in the jalapeno poppers? So you get about a dozen jalapenos.
Yeah,
I went down to Woolies or Savo for about $2.50.
Yeah.
So they work out to about 20 cents each.
Well, you thought it was going to be about 10.
Well, they had a sign up saying
$25 price tag on them.
It was crazy, but anyway, they work out to about $2 each. There's a little bit of cream cheese in there, so you buy a block of cream cheese. I've got 350 gram on the recipe, but it'll be 250 Philadelphia cream cheese.
There'll be a bit left over.
Plus some, plus some shredded cheese of your choice. We're going to use a little bit of Parmesan in ours tonight.
Yeah.
Because it just adds that little bit of bite in on the edge, different to the jalapeno. Peppery taste. 1.5 teaspoons of smoked paprika, and you'll get to see what my measurement of 1.5 spoons is. Some garlic powder, some onion powder, or if you want to use spring onions, you can. But I find that they have a fairly strong taste in there, and they can overpower it.
Yeah.
Because they're only quite small. Pepper and salt to taste. Some chili flakes. Some chives. So I just put a little sleeve of chives. Some corn kernels, which is about half a 250 gram can, and then some rashers of streaky bacon just to wrap them in. Cut them in half.
Cut them in half.
So it works out pretty well. Out of these,
and what do we got the smoker on? What's that?
So we're going to get the smoker fired up, preheat that to 150C or 300F if you want to play the Fahrenheit game, but it's 150C. Get it up, get it going, ready to go while you're making them.
Obviously ours will be up to temp because it's got some in there.
So ours will be up to temp.
Yeah. What are we sitting on at the moment?
Because he's
148. Beautiful.
So here's some we prepared earlier, is our theory.
Hopefully they'll be alright.
So you'll get to see that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get up. We're actually going to change our camera. So watch this.
We're hoping it's going to work. I'll have a look at that view. Here's some we got ready earlier. Here we go.
So here's the work deck.
Yeah.
So what you're going to see, Al over here on your right, me on the left. So
you hope it's on the right now, don't you?
Yep, exactly. So what we're going to do, on my side, I'm going to prepare the filling that goes inside the poppers.
How good's the
Al's going to prepare.
How good's the chopping block?
Yeah, mate, how good is this?
Loving the chopping block.
So the lovely Shell bought Al the chopping block for Christmas.
And I did well at Christmas, didn't I?
Spoiled this bloke. Spoiled.
Got the chopping block, got the sign in the background.
So here we are being food safe, making sure that we've got our gear on, washed our hands a bit earlier, so we're good to go.
So the worst thing you can do is touch these bad boys and then rub your eye.
Not good. Well, don't worry about rubbing your eye.
So what you're going to do with the jalapeno poppers, you're going to cut them down straight line vertically.
We're going to remember we're on this camera up here, Al.
We are too.
And we're doing
right. And so we're going to do it vertically. We're going to leave the stalk on because we're going to create like a boat, basically, for the fillings to sit in.
Yep.
So I'll go through and cut those, and Pete will explain what he's doing.
Right, so while Al's doing that, I'm going to rip open the cream cheese.
She's going to stand on that side. So I'm going to try and leave the stalks intact as that.
Yep. So while Al's doing that, just so that you know, depending on how hot you want them, and I would suggest if you haven't had these before, then take the membrane and the seeds out. Because they get very, very hot with them in.
Just a little.
Just so you know, a lot of people hear jalapeno and they get a bit concerned about it. Don't be concerned, because by the time you add all this stuff in and you cook them,
they're not that hot.
No,
you lose all the heat.
Yeah. Like the bride.
I was a bit surprised when I had them first time.
The bride and I have had them before, and she's not a massive fan of things that are really hot. So
I know. Have a look what she married.
Yeah. Hey, who's the bloke doing the gags tonight, eh? She's have a crack at this bloke.
I didn't grab a bowl for the so I'm just going to leave the seeds.
Yeah, cool. So Soups is going to grab a bowl for you.
So I don't want to put the seeds all over them.
Right, so
Freddie's sitting there nice and close, ready for anything that drops on the floor.
While Al's doing that, I've just got a...
what are you doing there, Pete?
I just got a small handful of chives out. So just a little handful like that. So not too many.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to take them out and I'm going to chop them up into just small little pieces here.
Like soups.
So we're going to get them.
Oh shit. Oh sugar.
Jeez mate, that's mild compared to what we were saying earlier.
Yes, I did say a bad word, Charlie. I'm sorry.
Uncle Alan.
Everyone would like you to stand up, Pete.
You're all hilarious, you lot.
Where's the rest of you?
Hilarious.
They think you're in a sinkhole.
Yeah, funny, you lot. Yeah, what we mean by that. So Al's taken the membrane. Boats.
All I've done is grabbed a little teaspoon measuring cup.
What I find perfect for that, and just a tip for the membrane and the seeds out of any of your chilies, is to get the little spoon that comes in the kiwi fruit packs. You know, the one that's got a knife on one end and a nice little scoop on the other? It's perfect for it. So if you've got one of them, store it in the second drawer and go looking for it when you're doing jalapeno poppers. Okay, so I've just put a whole 250 gram pack of Philadelphia cream cheese in there.
250, you wrote 350 on the recipe.
Oh no, it's 250. I got that wrong. It was just my fat fingers typing wrongly. So that's that. I've cut those little chives up, dropped them in there.
Come on mate, get mixing.
Smoked paprika. So it says about a teaspoon and a half. I reckon that's about a teaspoon and a half. That's about a teaspoon and a half. The old garlic. That's about a teaspoon and a half.
Do you reckon Soups is trying to get her steps up in the background?
I think she is.
She's actually running on the spot.
Chili flakes in there, just a few.
Get rid of that.
I know we probably don't need a lot more heat. Salt, not mine, by the way. The bloke who owns that.
You broke it before.
Yeah, I know. Pepper, so get your pepper going in there. You want about a teaspoon of each salt, pepper. So we'll get them going in there. We'll get them going in there.
What do you want? How much cheese did you say?
A little handful.
Oh, about that.
Or you can put a lot of parmesan in. It's up to you. Half a tin of corn kernels. We're just using tin. If you want to get really authentic, you could use you could smoke your corn cobs and then cut the kernels off and do them that way if you wanted to. It'll give it a bit more of a smoky sort of flavour when you get to the end.
This stuff out of the way.
Right, so I'm going to mush all this up and make a nice sort of paste out of it that I can put into the
I'll
poppers.
open the streaky bacon, shall I?
Yep, get that
He's
going.
got the rineless lasagna. Wood smoked bacon, so he's already got the smoked bacon.
Yeah, we're trying to get a smoky.
Here's one we smoked earlier and packaged.
Here's one we packaged and smoked earlier. So you don't need a blender or anything like that with this. It's just get the back of a fork, mix it in pretty roughly. You can see there what I'm doing. I'm just making up a bit of a paste that we can easily. That we've got. This would be enough to do the whole 12. So keep in mind what we're giving you here in the recipe is enough to do 12 full jalapenos or 24 halves. All right. So keep in mind we're going to have a
Might have to have some poppers on the weekend.
Yeah, it's looking like it. Looking like we're both going to get poppers on the weekend, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we've got that mixed. I'm now going to take these
Right, you're going to take that?
off Al. I'm going to fill them. He's going to wrap them.
Am I?
Yeah, why not?
Jeez, I thought I was
not?
done. I thought I was drinking beer after I got these cut.
No, not quite.
I thought
So
that was
you can-
part of the show, just have a few beers.
So I've got in here. Well,
No one said anything about this cooking
I was going to
malarkey.
say there's a few people that think that's all we do, but anyway. Okay, so in the recipe I say top them up to about 3/4. Today I'm getting generous and we're going to top them right up because we've got plenty of filling. But if
Going to
you
get some toothpicks.
Yep, just some toothpicks to hold the bacon in
Bacon.
place. So you can see what we're doing. We're just half filling the boats.
I've got 2 bits out or one.
These are awesome. If you've got friends coming over and you just want some entrees, just to kick off before the barbecue, or you got a day on for the Super Bowl or something like that, really easy to do.
Hear me up, he's literally just, he's got daggers.
Spare me one after I've done your modelling for you this afternoon.
How's the photos at?
I hope you've seen. I hope some of you. He's our poster boy for 2SG at the moment.
He is.
We like him a lot.
Because Freddie just, Elton just ignores us.
Elton's, Elts is like he's way above this whole 2SG.
Actually, I say that, and look who pops up.
Hello, Elts. There they are. Righto.
Smell bacon.
You smell bacon. Who doesn't love bacon, really? Something wrong with it. You can do these without bacon if not do bacon. The beauty with these is you can put whatever you like in them. I mean, if you wanted to put beans in them or a bit of chicken in them or whatever you like, you can add any.
Getting adventurous there, mate.
Yeah, you can do whatever you like with them.
Yeah.
A bit like I got adventurous with the chicken ribs on Tuesday.
Oh yeah. What did you do with them? What was that? That was the old cheese and Vegemite shapes.
Exactly. So I
Crushed up in the blender.
I got into the Arnott's cheese and Vegemite shapes, and I did a throw on the old Dorito chicken wings.
Yeah.
But I did the shapes. So we added made a crumb out of the cheese and Vegemite bickies, and then we covered the chicken wings in them. Thought it would give it a real red hot Aussie sort of flavour, and it did. They worked well.
They weren't bad, were
So
they?
they were nice. Yeah. I'm going to steal your old tea towel there for a minute. Table tea towel thingy bobby. What's we call it? All right. So we're nearly there. So we wanted to make sure that we had some in so that we can at least show you the finished product by the end of the show.
Yeah.
So as it turns out, these will probably be in and the other ones won't be ready for a little bit yet.
I reckon they won't be far off.
Yeah, we're going
What are
for
we
time.
looking time, Suits?
10.
10 minutes?
Yep.
Won't be far off.
Alright, so we'll just finish wrapping these last few.
We've
So
got
you
2
can,
left.
you can see it's pretty simple. It's just put a small bit on one end and
Nothing
then
hard about it.
just wrap them around. Just give them a little suit as you go along. Grab yourself a toothpick, which is fun in these big gloves. Bang it through. As I've said before, don't forget to take the toothpick out at the end. Joshua Armstrong, if you happen to be listening. All right. So basically, if we've got the other rack...
Why's that pointed at Josh? What's he done?
Oh, well, I think I told this story once before.
You didn't tell everyone
He was
else.
having
Josh,
chicken mignons one night, and we had the toothpicks in him, and he was eating away, and halfway through he said, "Dad, what's the crunchy bit in the middle of the chicken?" And I said, "Mate, there was no crunchy bit. Did you take the thing out of it?" No. So anyway, he ate the toothpick.
Of course you did. Why wouldn't you?
So the tray for these out.
Right there, mate.
Right there, the rack.
One of us had to be organised.
Oh, I didn't even see it down there. So get yourself a tray, just a cake rack type thing. I'll get
This
rid of
thing
that.
is one of my essentials when you're smoking. The tray.
So the other thing we did the Savo was we whacked a few avos in and cleaned them up to make a little bit of avo dip at the end of it. So if you still find them a little bit hot and you want to offset it with something a little bit lighter, get yourself a couple of avos and mix them up and create a little bit of avo dip for those. And soups is going to be our taste tester today because we're going to do some with avo dip and we're going to do some with maple syrup on the bacon.
Pretty.
So the whole idea now with this is we'll pop these in, so they'll go in with the other ones.
Yep.
I'll open her up and you can chuck her in. You're going to put the heaties on because it'll be nice and warm in there. So there, you can see there, we'll get up here and give you a bit of a close-up so you can see exactly what's going on. But there they are, that's kind of what they look like before they go in. Okay, so that gives you a bit of an idea. I'll open the lid. The big boy always. They're getting close.
I'll leave those for another 5, I
We're
reckon.
going to give them 5 minutes, but geez, they look good.
Don't they?
Yep, they look sensational. Righto.
Beautiful.
So here's the gloves off, Doctor. We can go back to camera 1.
We are. We're back.
We're back.
We're back, and I tell you what, I'm going to go back to an old faithful
You are. Righto.
because that is just not doing it for me.
So we'll chuck the, as you would have noticed, the superior heat-proof barbecue gloves that we do from 2SG. Available on our website now, $29.95.
They are.
Less your Facebook discount of 10% if
Or
you
you
get
can
on
do
it.
your $34.95 and you get the magnet, the gloves, and the
And the sticker. We've got a few people jump on and take the merch
this
back in the
week,
last. Yeah, it's been great. So hopefully you'll start. Hey, I'll tell you what. We should run a comp to see who sees. If you see a 2SG sticker on a car, take a photo and send it to us.
Yeah, and we'll
send
send
you
you
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy. All right, so.
And that doesn't mean the ones that have already got
Yeah,
them go out
don't
and take a photo of your own car.
You clowns. Seriously, you lot. Only your Yates would figure. That'd be Sean.
No, because I know my brother. He was already out. I bet he was already outside taking
With
a
the
photo.
camera. Yeah. So anyway. Hey, so the smoker's at 150. If you wanted to give it a bit more flavour and you're in an offset, you could put some maple chips in there, or you could use maple pellets, which would give that corn a nice, sweet, sort of mapley flavour. Or as I said at the end, you could use a bit of avo or a bit of maple syrup on the end of it. So that basically gives you a great idea. I just wanted to give you some
Oh yeah, here we go.
some jalapeno facts.
Oh, the facts. No, the facts are good.
Mate, you know what I'm like. I love to do my homework.
You've done your facts, mate. It's like the lamb the other week. Mate, I'm still impressed, and I'm still getting people that are talking about all your facts.
You love it, don't you?
Mate, you did a ripper.
I don't need it. You've brought it up anyway. So, a few facts about jalapenos. So, jalapenos were named by the Spanish after the city of Veracruz in Mexico, where jalapenos were traditionally cultivated many, many years ago.
Yep.
They were known to be used as far back as the Aztecs in ancient times, prior to the Spanish conquest.
Yep.
And they referred to them as chipotles when they were sold in market. They were smoked chipotles.
Is that where Chipotle comes from?
Yeah, correct.
There you
It's
go.
chipotle sauce is basically made from jalapenos.
I'll tell you what, that's good.
Yeah, nice change.
Oh, so much better.
So a couple of really cool things.
Porker's
So
hazy pale.
the Guinness World. Hey, we'll talk about that
in a minute.
The Guinness World Book of Records for most jalapenos eaten in a minute is 16 by a bloke called Alfredo Hernandez. Of course his name was Hernandez. In 2006 at the Feel the Heat Challenge in Chicago. I wonder whether if there would be anyone out there in our group that follows us that would be keen to have a crack at the world record
on the show.
on our show. Imagine trying to do a world record attempt. Glennie Ryan's a bit of a chili free.
Chili head, is he?
I reckon he'd be the man to do it.
Lockie loves his chili as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a crack at a Guinness World Book of Records on our show.
Yeah.
Put us on the map. Come on, you guys, step up.
Yeah.
Another really cool fact: El Chapo,
Yeah.
leader of the Sinaloa cartel, operated a cannery in Guadalajara, producing jalapenos in order to ship their cocaine to the US.
Why wouldn't you?
Because most of the jalapenos back then were coming out of Mexico,
Mm.
whereas now the biggest producers of jalapenos is California and Texas
There you go.
and Idaho, because they use it quite a bit with barbecue over there. The one thing you probably don't know, jalapenos are full of vitamins, minerals, fibres and antioxidants.
And only 4 calories per jalapeno.
Yeah, so one of those little babies that we've just put in there, we did the sums on a little bit earlier.
We did 90 calories per
Yeah.
one, so per two.
Two halves,
Yeah.
90 calories. So
That's if you're on a calorie counting diet and you need to know.
if we could turn the camera now, you'd know. The other thing that they're
I really want to grab that camera right now, you know that.
they're really rich in vitamin C,
Yeah.
jalapenos. You wouldn't think so, but there's 357% more vitamin C in a jalapeno than there is in orange.
Yeah.
That is
wow.
unbelievable.
And it's a fruit.
And it's a fruit. Here's my putty. Hey, mate. There you go. I don't know whether anyone can see you, but
No, probably not.
else has come up for a bit of a chat. So the other thing is vitamin B6, A and K, folate and manganese in it.
Yeah.
They're packed with nutrients and health benefits, and jalapenos are often used quite a bit in American barbecue and
Yeah.
in Mexican food predominantly.
Definitely.
So that's where you'll see.
It's got a
it
great
pop up.
taste.
Yep.
Yep.
Did you know it's a type of capsicum? It's one of the species of
I actually
capsicum.
did.
You did know that?
I did know that.
Wow. And that it's a fruit.
Yes.
Right.
I did. I did
Okay.
know that. I've actually got some growing right there,
Ah, there you go.
along with my capsicums.
If you talk about the Scoville scale of heat units, which is what all
There's a
chilies
fair
are
scale
measured
on the
in,
jalapenos.
jalapenos only go up to about 10,000.
Yeah.
And 10,000 for you and I, you're kind of
It's
going,
not-
yeah, okay, that's
not
got a
bad.
bit of kick.
What was that one that we saw the video last? 360,000
Yeah, we-
Scovilles or something.
We
it
watched
was.
a guy eat some chili that was 360,000 Scoville points, which is just
Yeah, no thanks.
madness.
You can keep that.
Madness. Heart attack material.
Good for weight loss though.
Yeah, evidently. So it contains, they contain a compound called capsaicin that gives them their spicy taste, and it's the thing behind all the alleged health benefits
Yeah.
that come from jalapenos, which includes things like weight loss. It boosts your metabolism by about 4.5%, increases your fat burning ability, decreases your appetite, and reduces abdominal fat, specifically abdominal fat. Geez, I reckon I need
I was going to
bucket
say,
a day.
might
just
go
for
buy a
it.
couple of kilos when
That's-
tomorrow's big out.
So
Go for
pain,
that world record, 17.
jalapenos have been used in pain relief. So if they go into a topical type cream and they're included in that, you rub them onto sore joints and things like that. They've been known to help and improve in
So
that.
next time Soups has got a headache, just
Yeah.
feed her a jalapeno.
Yeah. No. Well, migraines, I could have done with one of these last week, but they put it in
No, that was a
nasal.
hangover.
They put it in nasal spray to relieve migraines, believe it or not. So
There you
there's
go.
quite a bit. There's some talk about cancer fighting stuff. I don't really like to talk too much about
Is she
that.
dancing now or is
So I
she?
don't know whether she's putting me right off the game, though.
Sorry, I'll sit down.
But the cancer fighting part of jalapenos, eat a lot of them,
Yeah.
but they say it helps stop growth and the division of cells. It slows vessels forming around tumours, and it helps prevent the spread to other body parts of cancerous cells. Supposedly,
Yak
I'm
just
not.
had Yak wants to know if they help with height. Could you do with a couple?
Oh, I thought he was talking. I thought you meant yourself, Yak. But anyway, there you go. They also help with ulcer prevention, which could become really useful in years to come. Improved heart health and infection fighting. So there's a lot of health benefits from eating jalapenos.
Yeah.
And so we've just been given the. I'm just going to finish this. So some of the side effects of eating lots of jalapenos is, unless you
I know one.
this is the Darwin theory of skill, right? Burning and numbness of mouth and or skin.
You think?
If you're not great with heat, then here's some tips in selecting and preparing your jalapenos, right? So avoid the ones when you go to the supermarket with the brown marks and the scarring on the skin. That's known as corking on a chili, and the more corking on a chili, the hotter it's going to be. That is a known fact. So avoid those ones. Nice, clean flesh, and you're not going to get overpowered. Use gloves when you're handling them. don't
As we
touch
did.
any of your sensitive areas after you've
We did have this discussion earlier. Didn't we?
handled chili. Remove the internal membrane and seeds, which you've seen us do, and
Yeah.
drink lots of milk if you're suffering from that. Research shows that people who regularly eat chili peppers have around about a 12% reduced risk of death.
Yeah,
Pretty
wow.
broad statement. They're healthy, versatile, and nutritious fruit with a contained capsaicin responsible for the believed health benefits, which is great. But
Nice.
I've got a couple of gags
This is
for
on
you.
this is the bit I was looking forward
I
to.
cannot let this
We
go.
don't have time for it.
I love a
Get
good.
ready.
You all know I love a good dad gag. So here we go. I looked up some jalapeno ones, and I
Come
got
on,
some.
mate.
So Al, what do you call jalapeno flavoured ice cream?
What do you call jalapeno flavoured ice cream, Peter?
Spice cream.
That's a show, mate.
What do you reckon, Soups?
What's next?
Is that good?
Have you
Next
got
one?
another one?
So there's a jalapeno.
Yeah.
Walks into an Eskimo bar, right?
Yeah.
The bartender says to him, "Hey, aren't you too hot to be in here?" The jalapeno says, "No, I'm a little chilly." Oh god!
Anyway, are these ready?
But in all seriousness, no. In all seriousness, I've come up with a new burger after all this talk about jalapenos. It's called the Illegal Alien. You know
Why,
why?
mate? Why?
Because it's got lettuce and tomato on the top, and then hiding underneath are the jalapenos and hot sauce.
Is that a joke?
Boom, boom.
How is that a joke?
Oh my
What does it
God.
even mean?
I don't know. I don't get that either.
I don't get it.
Mexicans across the border.
Oh, another racist.
You can't say that on our show. She's Soups. Anyway,
Anyway.
so they're my gags for the week. And they went over just about as well as the last couple of gags that I did. But what we're going to do now is we're going to bring over a tucker. We're going to make some space on here. The bride's going to grab a board so that we don't burn the kazooka out of the nice new table, as you would have noticed.
The grease that's dropping off.
Righto, so I am going to crack that one and throw it in. So just bear with us 1 second while we get this going.
That's for a board, not a whole tree.
And we're going to present this up for you as well. So we're going to go to the Soups School of Presentation, and we're going to make this this look pretty on the board.
Look at those. See if we can get them on there.
You're going to swap cameras? Hang on, let me hold that.
Already have.
Huh,
Come on, mate. I'm organised.
keep up. Keep up. So, can you put your gloves on and we'll take them off and I'll sit them on the board? Is that all right?
This bloke, he doesn't want much, does he?
Oh, come on, mate. We're going to
I
pretty
might,
it
change,
up.
I might change to the other camera again.
Yeah, I
Yeah, go
would.
back to the other one.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, they even smell great. Look at that. And Freddie agrees. He's
I
all
know,
over
Freddie,
it.
look at him.
So I'm going to use my dirty little mitts to move them onto the board underneath. Now, if you lift that, I'll just lift them off and put them straight onto the board. Because I think they'll look really good on the board. So let's get these going. As long as they're not stuck like that one was.
While you're making things look pretty, you had a couple of questions you missed.
Okay.
Michelle would like to know if you know the world record for the longest smoke.
No.
And also, why don't we try and break the smoking world record if we're going to break a record? What's her opinion?
Why not?
And also, Jared he said any tips for smoking is 7 kilo tomahawk, but then he corrected himself and said no, a 1.7.
Nice.
Why not?
So, Al,
Yep. How do we go?
how are we looking? Can you see us?
You can't on the current camera, so you might want to.
How are we going
No,
to
you
do
can.
this?
We'll just sit down. So we're good.
No, you can't see the food, darling.
Yeah, for some reason it's jumped out on us. But anyway,
Yeah, you can now.
all right, yeah, look at that. Look at that. So what we've got
Happy?
is our hoppers in the middle, you can see. So again, leaving the stalks on, great idea because you can get a little handle.
Yep.
Don't
Don't forget to take the toothpick out.
Yeah, Josh.
Lucas.
Our dip, so just our avo dip or a bit of maple.
Maple.
So
Maple.
give us a little plate, and we'll put one of each on for Soups. She doesn't mind my fingers being on them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So we'll put one on either side of the plate for your Soups, and we're going to give you the big taste test. One with a bit of avo.
Mum with maple because she hates maple.
Really? Don't like it?
Oh, she loves it.
Oh.
I'd drink it if you let me.
Righto, so we'll get
And
there
it's
eventually.
only the finest Canadian maple syrup as well.
And if you can hear the noise in the background, that's just
That
the
is the
smoker
smoker.
still going.
Not like last week with the fan. We do apologise for
Yeah,
that
sorry
last
about
week
that.
and for the video failures today.
Righto.
Can't win, can we?
So, Soups, come around. You have to come around where...
No.
Oh, you're not going to do it where people can see you.
Nah.
You can
Make
run
sure
in
you
the background.
take it
We're
out.
happy for you to do your exercising while you eat it in the
Righto,
background.
well, come on. We're going to have a go on this over here.
Chuck him, mate. Go on, jump in.
Let's have a...
Go for it, mate.
Let's have a bit of a...
Let us know how you feel. So they were on for
Is this a half
55
or
minutes
That's a half.
at 148 C, which is about 300 F.
300F. You can see that there's...
And there's a little bit of crisp in the bacon.
The bacon goes brown and crispy. You'll find the jalapeno and the cheese is really soft.
It's amazing. The avocado one's amazing.
Yeah. Freshly made avocado dip for myself this afternoon. Yep.
Oh, mate.
Good.
They're spot on, aren't they? That is magnificent. I'm going to try one with a bit of...
The maple's good too.
I'm going to try one with
As
a bit
long
of
as you
maple
guys
because I
can't
love
hear all the chewing in the background while we had to
Righto, well.
venture through in the with the
Oh, with old
gaps,
mate. Oh, that
unfortunately,
was
yeah.
terrible. That was
I
terrible.
personally
What would you go?
soft foods
Soups?
only.
think I'd go to avocado.
Yeah? The
Yeah.
Avo.
But
I
I
had
mean-
the Avo.
Go on then, why not? Why wouldn't you? But we've actually changed a couple of things that we've done today, and we can't throw them up, so we might just chuck them on.
We'll
I think
put
we
them
might
in the
chuck a
feed.
few up in the feed later.
Yeah, we'll put them in the feed.
Yeah, everyone can have a look.
We'll do that. And we'll put the link to the new group page.
Yeah,
Come on, El, you have a
Yeah,
go.
I'll
I'll have a
jump
bit
in.
of a talk.
go on.
Mate, they are magnificent. I love both of them. I could sit here and eat them all night.
I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to do.
They were... You want some more?
Soups didn't like them. Just
Yeah, no. She thought they were pretty ordinary, just quietly. Do you want Avo on both, or...
Yes, please.
So
oh, they're
whose,
good.
whose bloody idea was this? Jeez.
I'll tell you what. Get on and make those. They're beautiful.
So I'll tell you, if for something that
They're spot
we've really bar the 45 minutes cook time, what did we take? 15, 20 minutes to prep?
Not
if
even.
you're on your own, it'd be that.
Yeah,
You
not
know,
even.
15 minutes, you've got them in an hour. You could do a full tray like that.
Yeah.
It'd probably cost you $10 maybe in bits and pieces.
Hmm.
And they are just a magnificent little sort of morsel that
They're
you
really
can
good.
that you can snack on. So
And they look really fancy.
yeah, they look pretty cool. So by the time you put a bit of gear on them, you know, when you got
And they've got a little bit of a kick at the end, but nothing
yeah, they're not
overpowering.
they're not super body, but
No.
geez, they're good. They're
Yeah.
nice. Love them.
I
So
don't
what?
like hot food, and to me, it's not a kick. Like
Yeah.
it's a bit, but it's
Just got that
Yeah.
nice sort of.
it's heat, not
Glow.
like ooh.
So that's our first cook up. We hope you enjoyed seeing
As much
that.
as we did.
We loved it, which is great. It's always good to share some of this stuff with you. We've done these a few times.
Yeah.
I love them. So yeah, get out there, give them a go. Not expensive, easy to do. If you want more info,
And there'll be a winner.
we can put it up there. Is that good night? No, it's not good night yet. We're not finished yet. We're getting close, but we're not done.
Yeah.
So we spoke about the Aussie Day feast last
Yeah.
week. So that's it. What was your
Fruit,
pick?
mate, spot
Al?
on. Loved it.
What was your pick though?
Probably the maple. I
Yeah,
reckon.
me too. I'm a maple. You're an Avo. Yep. Righto. So there you go. That's the verdict. Everyone loved it. And
Could you do the same with capsicum? Yeah, of course you could. Definitely.
Yeah, why not?
That would actually be delicious.
Yeah.
You could try all sorts of different
I
things.
might give them a go. We've got some of the stuff left. I might give them a go tomorrow.
Mushrooms.
Yep, I've seen a version of this where they don't use bacon, but they put panko crumbs on top of the jalapenos.
Mm.
So if you're worried about the calories that are in the bacon, or you don't like bacon, or whatever,
Yeah.
you can always sub stuff out. I mean, really, the jalapeno is just basically the boat to float it all in.
Yeah.
You can put whatever you like in there, but cream cheese is probably the one thing you don't want to get away from.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Ricotta.
You could do Mexican version of it with some mince and beans and whatever, but they're ripping little things and
You
they're
got
great,
anything, really,
tasty
didn't you?
little things. So, hope you enjoyed it. We loved them, and yeah, so that's our cooking for this week.
Yeah.
Next week,
We're going to do that. Well, I actually do call it ballpark mac and cheese, but
We're going to rename it next week.
Rename it the Super Bowl mac and cheese, which I don't know who's had it. You haven't had it yet, have you?
No,
Michelle and Jared have had it when they were here the other week. And
I haven't tried it.
A few others, and it comes up a...
I'm pretty excited to give it a go, to be honest, because
I'll be honest, I've never been a massive mac and cheese person.
I was just about to say I haven't had a great one for,
But it's always, for me, it's that plasticky cheese that they use in the US.
The
And
processed
nothing
stuff.
against it, but it's there's one that you get. I can't remember what it's called. You can get it here as well, but
Jesus, cicadas are chiming in tonight, aren't they? Listen to them. They're going off.
Yeah, so we're going to give that a cook up live. If anyone wants a recipe before, let us know and I'll shoot it out to you. And you can play along.
And we'll get the details up for these poppers so that you got it for this weekend if you want to give them a go. Nice and easy, great one. Everyone will love them. Pretty hard to scuff up. You can get them right pretty easily. So give them a bash. This week, Al, what are you cooking this weekend, buddy?
Well, nothing according to your run sheet.
Yeah, I know.
You missed me out.
You didn't tell me.
No, well, I just wanted to do the right thing by my partner and ask what she actually wanted this week, rather than me just going ahead and cooking away.
I know what my wife likes. I know what the bride likes. I'm okay with that.
Do you though?
She's okay with that. I'm sure she's watching and going, yes, honey, I'm happy to have whatever you want.
No, we're undecided at the moment. It's either going to be I'm going to try lasagna on the smoker or I'm going to do a moussaka, one or the other. I do a eggplant moussaka. I've been doing it for years and Bets and a few others. Love it. It comes up really well.
Have you done it smoked before?
I've never smoked it, no.
Yeah,
so we're thinking about giving that a crack this weekend.
All right.
So I'll either do a lasagna or a moussaka, or might even do both.
Yeah,
I don't know yet.
All right. I'm going to do some seafood this weekend. I'm not sure whether we go the salmon again. The wife loved the salmon last time and she raves about it, said it's the best salmon she's ever had. So whether we just stick with the tried and true thing or whether we move on and try something different, I'm not sure yet. I'll have a look at it and see what we can do about doing that.
Nice. Sounds good.
So where are we at? Questions and answers. So what we might do, we'll have a quick look through some of the feedback.
Has there been anything soup?
Yeah, so you need to give some advice to Jared on how to cook his thing.
His tomahawk steak.
Yeah.
Well,
So best thing to do is I would on your, because you're running the, what's he running there? He's running the reverse flow
Longhorn. Yep.
Longhorn.
Offset. Yep.
So I'd set that at about maybe 120. I'd say get it up to about 120. You want an internal temp. Cool. I'd smoke it first. Maybe use. Oh, what would you use, Pete? What sort of, like a pecan?
Tomahawk?
Yeah, tomahawk.
Hickory or an oak, maybe. Nothing. Yeah. You want to let that
I used
meat
pecan
do
last time, and it wasn't too bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't mind it. Yeah.
I don't
I'll
think
tell
I've
you what,
used
the best
pecan.
one I've had so far was the oak barrel.
Yeah.
The oak barrel that we got, which I'd love to get some more of that.
Yeah.
We'll have a look.
Oak's good because it lets the flavour of the meat come through.
Yeah.
You're not getting too many overpowering flavours in your food, and I think that's pretty important, especially if you've got a really nice cut of meat like a tomahawk.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, 100%.
You want to make sure that the meat's doing the talking, and not all the stuff you put
No,
with
definitely.
it.
So you want to get it in there, Jared, when you preheated your smoker. Then you want to be looking for an internal temp. I did some the other week, and I got mine to 60 degrees internal. Then I whipped it off, and I turned my smoker up full crank. I actually ended up turning it over to the Traeger, and I put it up to, off memory, hang on, let me have a look, high, which was about 220, 230 I think it was.
Yep.
And then all I did was just sear it each side for a couple of minutes, and it was a beautiful medium.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it was spot on.
So that's
what I'll be
reverse
doing.
seared.
Yeah, reverse seared. That's how I'll be doing it.
When you get a really nice and particularly expensive cut of meat like that, you really got to go with the surefire method of getting it right. You don't want to stuff it up because it's pretty expensive stuff up, and it's a great piece of meat that you want to make the most of. So
yeah, definitely.
Hey, enjoy it. I'm sure you'll love it anyway.
And give me
Jared,
a buzz, mate, if you get stuck. Give us a yell.
Yeah, you know where we are, and you can always reach out on the group chat page.
The new one.
The 2 Smoking Guns Meatin Place page. Get on there. Make sure you get your picks up. Yak with your new OKJ range. We'd love to see some pics up there of what everyone's got set up at home of their cook houses, their cook stations. Love to see it. We'll put some up of ours.
Yeah, definitely.
So everyone can see it. And So the other thing I want to say, don't forget about the 2SG Rambling Through Summer promo. Still running. It's going to run through to the end of this month. we're giving away an OHJ Rambler, which is the portable charcoal grill that you can take with you anywhere you go, and a 2SG pack, which has got the all the gear in it, the gloves and all that sort of stuff, and some charcoal. So all you got to do is like and share the 2SG on FB and Insta. Like, share, and tag 5 of your mates on the post, and then we'll go through it and we'll select
someone on the 28th.
A random person the first week of March, and you'll win the package.
Sounds good.
So make sure you get it out there, share it with everyone. Don't forget to get on the Two Smoking Guns website, twosmokingguns.com. The offer's still there that we can start doing deliveries on Fridays of charcoal. Charcoal, rubs, sauces,
anything
wood chips. I'm happy to do a delivery run anywhere around Melbourne on a Friday if you want it for the weekend. So if you're keen on that, let me know.
Yeah, there was one more from Sean as well. He just asked about smoked prawns.
Yeah, I've seen a few things with them. I've not heard anyone rave about any recipe.
I've done prawns on them, on the smoker, and I found doing it quick I found it doing a real quick high heat, doing them quick was the best way.
Yeah, low and slow with that, with either
rubbery,
calamari or prawns or even lobster. I think it might get a bit too much.
Yeah.
I'm not real sure.
Yeah.
So, tips that we need to address?
No, that's it.
No, we're all good.
All right, so if you
We're out of here.
jump on the website to pump in the FB Live 10 code to get 10% off.
Yep, 10 cents.
And your 10 cents off. Next week, keep on smoking, grilling, and chilling.
Thanks for joining us again, guys. Take care. Guys. Have a great week.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, it was. 8:30.
Yeah.